Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here. Boy, I'm so tired today because I've been working on the backyard with my wife. Actually, she worked twice as hard as I did. We bought all the extra plants that we needed for this season. So it was a lot of gardening work. I had to haul a lot of pavers in order to make a retaining wall around a new. I think we bought a fruit tree. It's a fig. Yeah, it's a fig tree. Chicago hardy, that's the species. So I had to do the work of digging up the place, digging out a square, putting the pavings around it, and then planting the fig tree inside. So yeah, it was a very hectic day. After a long time, I have done a lot of physical work, but I'm feeling good. I will sleep very well tonight. But the most important thing, my friends, is that I saw this article on CNBC which says that debt ceiling deal is almost done. It's tentatively done. So it looks really good. And then I took a quick look at our TradingView platform, and the futures are looking absolutely green. And I have also spotted a few technical indicators. One which is showing the end of bearishness for a particular stock. Another which is showing the cup and handle pattern, so on and so forth. So let's get started with this, and I'll take you to the TradingView platform when we come back. Welcome back, friends. I promised to take you into the TradingView platform, but instead I have got you here into the CNBC article, which says White House and Republicans reach a tentative deal to avoid US default. So I hope this deal holds on, and on Monday we get the great news about this, and I think Monday is a day off, if I'm not mistaken. So Tuesday it is. So basically, we need to have everything sorted out by Tuesday for the market to stay up. And I'm very hopeful that that's what will happen. So I'm going to start with the NASDAQ futures. Here we have the NASDAQ futures. And as you can see, it was a very big jump on Friday. And the futures are looking good at this point of time. But when things start moving, I'm expecting them to remain positive. Basically because of the fact that the headline that says that tentative deal has been stuck for debt ceiling to be raised, and 5th of June being very close, I think that this has got to work. I'm very, very optimistic. So if the status remains the same on Tuesday, I think that we are going to see a green open. So that said, let me go on to my separate portfolio. I don't think I have shown you this portfolio before. So these are Canadian hedged stocks of blue chip American companies, which have got high volume and high value. This is available to all Canadians. This is done through a Canadian deposit registry, which is why I have the title out here saying CDR hedged. So it's hedged to the Canadian dollar here is hedged to the US dollar, so that we don't have foreign exchange losses. And I have a whole watch list out here, and I have invested on many of these. So I wanted to show you some things. Netflix, for example, had a beautiful cup and handle pattern, and it broke out. The only problem is that there is a gap up here which it needs to fill. When it comes down, I think one should grab Netflix. So that's a very positive opportunity out there. And next, if we were to look at Walmart, now this is double top, and I have drawn a line from the base of the double top, from the top of the double top to the neckline, and then I have cloned it. So we have a target of around 21.61. So I think at this point of time we are on a rebound. So I'm expecting that on Tuesday, with the debt ceiling talks having been resolved, I would like to see a turnaround on Walmart because this has been fulfilled. The target has been fulfilled. So there should be a turnaround. And we already see a hint of that in the momentum out here, which is moving slightly upwards. So I'm hopeful. Let us see. It's an interesting learning experience from a technical analysis perspective. And if we were to go to Costco, Microsoft, AMD, Nike. Yeah, Nike has fallen significantly. So there's a huge gap down. So naturally, there's a lot of pressure to fill up two gap downs, and its momentum is already rock bottom. So there's a good chance that people will start bottom fishing, and it's going to see a recovery in order to cover at least the first gap down. Then looking at JP Morgan, Verizon, Disney, CVS. Okay, CVS is another one which is potentially forming double bottom. So I'm going to be watching CVS carefully. I think if it forms a double bottom, then I'll have a target for it at 18.82. That's going to be the target. So there could be some opportunity to make money on CVS purely from a technical perspective. Goldman Sachs. One could say double bottom, but it's very irregular with too much gaps, so I'm going to avoid speculating on that. Visa, Coca-Cola, Tesla, Cisco, Home Depot, MasterCard, Google, Bank of America, Nvidia. Nvidia has got a huge gap up. This has got to be filled, or we can assume that it's a rare occasion where the market was not up to speed. And IBM, of course, I have already shown you the cup and handle pattern in the NASDAQ side. Pfizer has a irregular gap up which needs to be filled, so it's coming back down again, and then it has to move up. So that's what we have here. Now let's quickly look at the genomics and see where it has been left. I'm going to quickly skim through IMATIX. IMATIX has a huge irregular gap up which needs to be filled, and the line of defense is going to be 8.80. If we crack through that, then I think we are going to fill up this gap. Bluebird. Someone was asking me, you have not done much about Bluebird recently, but there hasn't been much news. I'm going to check at it and I'll see if I can come up with a video on Bluebird with any updates that I could find. Right now, from the pricing chart perspective, I'm not able to find anything out here in terms of technicals. Fate Therapeutics, nothing I have here for Fate. Caribou is on this support at 4.26. Just mark it as support. ArcG, CRISPR Therapeutics, Illumina. Illumina is doing very bad. It has broken down below the next bullish line. I'm going to mark this as resistance. Prime Medicine is doing pretty well. We're just going to extend this line further so that we can have a steady raise out there. Allogene not doing very well. Schrodinger has done extremely well, but it is giving up some of the gains after a rapid raise. Verve is not doing well. Beam is not doing well either. And Editas has not done well. Just going to go to Intelia, which is not done well, and then to DNA, which is consolidating at this point of time. And if it forms a pennant, that will be a bullish pennant, so we can move upwards. Teladoc has done spectacularly bad. And let me just update the chart while I'm here. Sarepta, very irregular raise and irregular drop. So there's a lot of gaps out there. Invitae, not too good. Bionanogenomics, not doing great. SQZ Biotech, not doing great at all. So that's the lay of the land. And in terms of indicators, I think if you look at QQQ, we are still bullish on QQQ. Everything is looking great. If I was to draw a primary line of support here, it would go something like this, which would be very steep. And I would mark this green because it's a line of support. So that's one more primary line of support. I've drawn it separately from the original one. So we are doing pretty good. And we have very strong support at 334.60 for QQQ. And I'm hoping really good things for QQQ on Tuesday. That said, let's look at US oil. US oil is just consolidating, nothing major happening out there. S&P 500 also is consolidating to a good extent. Dow Jones not doing that great, on a bearish channel at this point of time, in my opinion. So let's look at VIX. VIX is below 20, so I think we are okay with that. So my friends, that brings me to an end of this very quick look at the TradingView platform to see what is happening out there. And personally, I'm quite happy. My portfolio is starting to look much healthier, and I'm no longer afraid to face my wife when it comes to my portfolio. Because there are times when I had opened the portfolio in the last couple of years when it didn't go very well. And you guys, you know what I mean. It's difficult to answer, and at the same time, I can't just walk away from the investments. I can't book the losses. So things are looking pretty good for me right now. And again, our winter is gone, and we have nice sunny weather for the next whole week. No rains. It's going to be really nice and warm, just around 20 to 22 degrees. That's the range at which it's going to be for the next 1 week or so. So I'm really happy. I have some friends coming over tomorrow evening. And in the morning, I have to go and take charge of a unit that I need to put in the market for rent for a friend. So yeah, so life is good. And I'm planning to enjoy with friends in the backyard. The backyard is all set. Everything is done. I just need to remember to water my new plants. That's all. The sprinkler does the work, but for the next 5 or 6 days there is no rain, so I'll have to water it at least once more. So on my part, I think I'm very happy. I can't complain. I hope you guys have a great weekend, especially for those in the United States. You have got a long weekend. I wish you the very best. Please let me know in the comment section what you are doing and how your portfolio is looking. Are you in the same situation like me? Would be happy to hear that. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.